This is the world of the Micronauts, Acroyear, the enemy, and the Micronaut space warriors, all sold separately.
You know, I did not quite understand the passion that some people have for collecting these. Now, my own thing, sure, I can understand, but you know, little guys, probably not. But the other day, Phil was giving me a bad time about something. He gives me a bad time all the time, but
I try.
So all I did was send him a picture of a sledgehammer coming down on one of the Micronaut vehicles. And his answer was, no, no. Phil and I are now going to talk about little creatures called Micronauts that I have kind of a sordid history with. It's a love-hate relationship. They're kind of cool to look at, but a lot of them have rockets and things on them that I have shot the Chihuahua and the cat at least once each. And if you'll notice, there are no Chihuahuas or cats in the background here because when they see me get them out, they leave. So I had inherited, not inherited because he didn't die. My nephew, who's 57, said he had a bunch of toys in storage and, you know, maybe I'd sell them for him on eBay. And, you know, I was a beginner. Now I say no to everybody, but he's my nephew and I'm very fond of him. So I said, yes. So he brought out little creatures called Micronauts. And then he brought out a box of vehicles. I didn't know these little things had vehicles. They had vehicles and some of them had, I don't know. So I was very confused about it. A couple I listed, a couple of the little creatures and sold some things. He also had some giant robots that I sold, but I've wound up with a whole lot of vehicles and miscellaneous Micronaut creatures. And Phil contacted me because of something I had posted on eBay, and we wound up texting for about the last year. Phil, how did you happen to get so knowledgeable about Micronauts?
Well, Micronauts came out when I was very, very young, and the first one I had ever bought was at a local back in the day when they actually could do this. A woman down the street had her own little shop inside of her house in the basement.
We call that eBay now.
You go, yeah, eBay. So we would go over there as kids, and then you would go downstairs. She'd take you down there. She had toys. She had, of course, a bunch of junk food, you know, candy and stuff like that that you could buy. And I remember seeing the first guy that I ever bought, who was a Micronaut alien, and his name was Membros. And they were a
couple Membroses.
Yeah, these were made toward the end of the run of the Micronauts. So the Micronauts had their figures and they were the good guys, and then the bad guys being all the aliens. And what separates them from the Micronauts themselves is the fact that they're different colored. They have backpacks where a lot of Micronauts did not. And then they had glow-in-the-dark brains.
That's right. I remember that.
All the brains were glow-in-the-dark.
You know what? I think I still have some around. I don't think I've found everything I have because I'm missing a couple of the weird little creatures. But I remember that one, the glow-in-the-dark brains.
Yeah. Well, I bought a couple from you.
Oh, maybe that's where they went. Yeah.
So this being the Micronaut guy, what they call the time traveler, being the good guy, would battle the bad guy, Membros, with the glow-in-the-dark brain.
Is this a time traveler?
That is a time traveler.
Okay, I have blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have yellow ones with gold packs on the front.
Yep.
I have yellow one with, this looks like a silver pack on the front.
Yep.
Okay. I have another blue one that looks just like the other guy. And here's another blue one with a silver thing.
Yep.
Okay, those are time travelers. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time travelers. Then I have this thing that you said was a
space glider.
Okay. This thing in the back kind of goes around. So what does he do? Go vertically and he has a helmet.
Yeah, the wings come out to the side, and then he's supposed to fly with your imagination.
Now, I noticed that his head is a little wonky. I mean, it's okay, it stands there, but I can move it around quite a bit.
Right. So a lot of the problems when these were made, like I said, with the GI Joes, they have what's called an O-ring. It's just a black little rubber ring on the inside of their chest, and it connects to the what they call a T-bar, which connects to the legs and the thighs. So when that gets loose, the whole figure will get loose. So to tighten them up, sometimes you just need a small screwdriver, and you just remove the screw in the back and open them up, and you take a little piece of tape and you can wrap it around the pegs of the arms and the legs and the knee joints and the neck, and then re-screw them together. He'll be tight as a drum.
Then I have, this one says, Acroyear with extra pack. So I've got an Acroyear. And he's got this that snaps on it. Is that what it is? An Acroyear?
Yes, Acroyear.
Kind of a neat looking guy.
Yeah. It's almost like he's like a little hovercraft himself.
Oh, okay. And then I've got some extra, like a single. Look at, he has a single thing.
Yeah.
That hooks on the back. And then he also comes with this, I believe.
Like a little drone. So.
This one, it says it's called Repto.
Yes, Repto.
Now he's a weird looking thing.
He is. I have one, and he's one of my favorites. He came with the wings, and then he's got the little buzz saw on the one hand, and he's got a little laser pistol on the other. Yeah,
and looks like he's all together. Okay, well, so that we're doing the easy part now, the guys.
And he still has, if you look at the top, he has a small glow in the dark brain.
So now we get into the things that really confused me. And it's some of the vehicles they have. Like this.
Right. And that one would go with the Space Exploration Lab, I believe it is. That's the big, tall one.
These things are big.
Yeah, they were very big.
And then I have this thing called, I thought it was a warp racer.
Yes.
And these are all things that these, oh, and there's something on the back. I bet if I pulled that, it would probably. Oh, look at the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you wind it.
Yep. One of those ones that you can actually wind. And some of them came with batteries, and it would actually move on its own. One of the things that was their big selling points to children was the fact that they were interchangeable. You could literally take something off of another vehicle and put it on another vehicle, or put another figure into it and make something completely different.
This is another kind of that other. It has the same mechanism, but it's like a little.
Blue and white.
It's not a Photon Sled, is it?
I believe so. Last time I checked, yeah, that would be the Photon Sled.
Yeah, I had a name on it from some times when you and I did this before. Okay. This I had as a Hydra something.
Hydra Copter.
It's complete and nothing else goes with it.
Correct.
Has guns on it, of course.
And it does actually float.
Oh, you know, I pulled up an old commercial that I'm going to put on here, and it showed this in the water. My hope is that maybe somebody will look at this and add some information or be interested in them, because I am just about tired of these damn things.
Yes.
Okay, Phil, look at this. Something goes with this. Look at this.
That's the Astro Station.
Oh, and these were inside, all of these, and these fire out of something, I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a rocket launcher on the side of one of the walls, if you will.
For example.
Yes.
And I know everything goes together. This is takes a battery. And it's
Yeah.
a power station.
Right. And that one goes to the cruiser, the big ship that
Okay.
we had talked
That I-
about before.
Yeah, so these two things, and they go on the sides of the big cruiser, don't they? I'm telling you, this thing fires. I know it fires because I think that's one of the things I shot the cat with. Oh,
Yep, there it goes.
so I haven't figured out yet if this and this go together.
Yeah, that would be the Hydra.
This has a whole bunch of parts that go with it.
A bunch of little parts. Yes, a bunch of parts.
I'll put it together, or if somebody's interested in buying it, they have to put it together before they can.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the battle cruiser.
And again, all the pieces are with them. We just have to, oh, this is another one. It shoots, I'm telling you.
And there should be another wheel up front.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Okay. I believe that would be the Crater Cruncher.
I had a sign that said that, and it also has a little, you twist it and it moves and it shoots something. A huge robot over here. I think this goes on. See this robot thing? Nope, I have no idea. There's this giant robot and something goes on its chest that I have.
Yeah, it's actually where it would hold the figure. It's a yellow case that holds the figure.
Aha.
You put another time traveler in there.
Okay, I have that here too. Somebody is interested in any of these and knows how to put them together, they should contact me. So thank you very much, Phil. And I want you to hang around because we're going to talk about all other things little guy like and machines that I don't understand. Okay.
Okay.